Let's talk Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey traces their heritage back to 1855 and the grocery distributor Austin Nichols. Back then, grocery business wasn't doing so hot, so their solution was to sell whiskey. I wish we could do that here in the state of Alabama, but the ABC board has too much control. When you hear some people talk about Wild Turkey, you're going to think cheap, not good, college man, introductory bourbon, best beginner bourbon. You're going to hear all that kind of stuff. And to an extent, that's true, but I think Wild Turkey appeals to a variety of audiences, and they have a multitude of products to choose from. For example, the Wild Turkey 101, it's about $23 to $25 a bottle, and it's 101 proof, so 50.5% ABV. It's one of the best bottles you can get as a beginner because it has the characteristics of bourbon that you would be looking for. It's very thick and viscous. The char level on the barrel is super high, and as a result, you get a lot of complexity in that bottle. And that's going to be a great introduction to bourbon for some folks. Then at the other end of the spectrum, you have something like the Russell's Reserve 15, which is my personal top favorite bottle of 2024 and worth every penny of the $250 MSRP. Now, they also have special releases like the 70th anniversary that I did a video on. They have their normal Russell's 10-year, and they have the private barrel selections that you can get. This one is a Camp Nelson pick, and that's where some of their better bottles come out of. Wild Turkey is home to some of the longest serving master distillers in the country. Jimmy Russell, it's his 70th anniversary as head distiller of Wild Turkey. He's in the Bourbon Hall of Fame in Kentucky. His son, Eddie Russell, is also in the Bourbon Hall of Fame in Kentucky. Between them, well over 100 years of experience, and it shows in their bottles. But if you're looking for a bottle in any price range and something that is going to be some of the better bourbons you've had, I would recommend picking up a Wild Turkey. They'll have a few tasting notes and a few scents that will differentiate Wild Turkey from any other bottle. For example, in their bottles, you get a ton of cherry. Not as much red fruit as, say, a Four Roses, but a ton of medicinal cherry. Some of them can taste kind of like Ricola. This one, I mentioned, tastes like a cinnamon red hot, but at the end of the day, you're going to get a lot of cherry. The way that Turkey takes on oak from their barrels is also a lot different. You're going to get some dustiness. You're going to get some bitter oak. And in something like the 101 and some of the Russell's 10 bottles, it can be a bit overpowering. But they are going to be consistently one of the top performers in any blind category against any other whiskey at a similar price point. And that's going to go back to their experience. With over 100 years of experience between both of their master distillers, anything less than a premium product isn't going to make the cut. And I thank Jimmy and Eddie Russell for that.